Oh, wow. Okay, that was... Oh, that was loud. Wow, okay. Welcome, everyone, to a live stream, but this time, I'm standing up. Usually I do these sitting down. Nobody's here yet, but I may as well explain what I'm doing today. It's been a while since I've done a live stream where I've just spoken with you guys. I feel the last few have sort of had, like, gimmicks to them, you know? I guess this is still a gimmick stream, but I just wanted to do a live stream where I talk to you guys, and also, uh, I like doing different things on these streams, but, I thought, I've got some stuff I want to do, so, I may as well do it live. See, oftentimes on my streams I'll do things that aren't really, cars related, but, yeah. So, for those of you who don't know, I collect some things other than cars, a Star Wars Black Series figures, and my Marvel Legends collection is on the right. You just can't see it on camera. Uh, as much as I like getting them, they're pretty expensive. They're like 20 bucks each, so I don't buy like every new one I see like I try to do with cars. I just, get the ones I like, which has caused some major holes in my Black Series collection. You'll see as we go on here, I don't have a Luke Skywalker, and I don't have a Darth Vader. I really should get on that. But I've been collecting the 4-inch Star Wars figures since 2010. Most of my collection I've gotten from this comic shop close to me. Most of them are figures from like the 90s or early 2000s, and I've got hundreds of them. But the Black Series is something that I've gotten into more recently. I owned a few when the line first started out when I was younger. It started in 2013. But as I've gotten older and have gotten a bit more focused on displaying my figures instead of playing with them, I've gotten into collecting these larger scale figures, although I have like hundreds of the 4-inch ones and probably around 50 or so Black Series figures. Again, my Marvel figures, they're over here. I'm not going to be going through these today. I'm not going to be organizing them. They're actually all standing up, with the exception of like Doctor Doom there is leaning over. But I have about and Thor's axe fell out of his hand. But I have like 10 Marvel figures I have to add to my display of them. I bought an entire wave of characters. In fact, I bought 2 entire waves of characters. So, yeah, I'm not going to be doing that today. I'm just going to be doing the Star Wars section. Heck, honestly, I don't really think there's room for all the Marvel characters. So, I'm just going to hold off on it. But the Marvel characters are all packed in pretty well, because there are a lot more of them than there are the Star Wars ones. The problem with the Star Wars ones is that they are always falling over, no matter what. No matter what. They're always falling over. They've been downed for several months. Anakin went down first. I think Anakin and Rey. Easily the worst figure I own is BB-8, who came packed in with the original Rey figure. Close second being Kylo here, who... This is the original Kylo Ren. I'm gonna move him. I'm gonna move all these guys to dust them. The original Kylo Ren here from 2015 when Force Awakens first came out is awful. The lightsaber isn't even right. Of course, Kylo famously has the crossguard lightsaber where he has 2 blades sticking out of the side and then the one coming out of the top. What is this? He has way too much hood going on there. Like, I want to cut off the hood. I haven't, but I want to. Way too much hood. Like, I don't know what's going on with him. I really should buy a different Kylo Ren. I should have when they made a new one a few years ago. But, like, I should really get a different one that isn't so big. If I were to get it, it would be, like, the only... This one, I would honestly stop displaying this one, because for one of my favorite Star Wars villains, I don't like how that turned out. That was his original figure, though. But BB-8 is another earlier figure in the line who is absolutely ridiculous, because he just straight up is a ball. If I could find him, he probably rolled away. He's weighted. He's like a weighted ball. I have this bin on the ground full of a bunch of figures that I have to put up. Not all of them are Star Wars ones. Most of them are Star Wars ones that fell down. And the rest of the box is Marvel characters that I just haven't had time to put up yet and possibly haven't had space to. But, like, BB-8 is always one of the first ones to fall down. In fact, right now I have no idea where that guy is. Here he is. Okay. So as you can see, as I'm about to show you guys, BB-8 straight up is a ball. Like, if I were to put him down here... Okay, that was a bad example. But if I'm gonna move his head a little, look at that. He's a weighted ball. Whoever's idea that was... That was a terrible idea. He's always rolling off. He's always the last one. I put him in the way front because I know he's going to roll and fall over. Easily. Not a good concept, but I'm just going to sort of quietly be organizing these in the background while we talk about whatever the chat brings up. I only have one new figure to add to my collection, which is this great looking guy right here. This is Commander Cody, who I picked up last week. But yeah, if you guys are Star Wars fans, you'll notice the very large gaps in my collection as we organize things. I'm missing very important characters like Luke Skywalker. I don't have a Luke. I don't have a clone trooper. I don't have a stormtrooper. I have a First Order stormtrooper, and I have Cody and Hunter back there who are named clone troopers, but like, I don't have a generic clone trooper. I don't have an original stormtrooper. I got none of it. I don't have Finn. I don't have Poe. I don't have Padme. I have an old Obi-Wan, but not a young Obi-Wan. There are a lot of things missing from my collection. I have the older Leia, but I don't have like an original trilogy Leia. I am missing basically any villain you can think of. Like, these are my villains over here. On this side, you can see we have a few different types of troopers. We've got probably my favorite figure is this battle-damaged Captain Phasma. I love that figure. You can see her eye through the broken helmet. We've got Director Krennic from Rogue One, who I bought at a Five Below. We've got Moff Gideon from The Mandalorian. Great villain right there. We've got poorly made Kylo. I don't have Vader. I'm somehow missing Darth Maul. I don't have Boba Fett. I don't have, let's just go through the list. I don't have Darth Maul. I don't have Darth Vader. I don't have Boba Fett. I don't have Count Dooku. I don't have General Grievous. I mean, it's slightly better for my Marvel figures, but I didn't have an Iron Man figure until this year, and when I got him, technically it's not Iron Man. I really like this Marvel figure, though. Easily one of my favorites. This is like an AI Iron Man. His eyes are blue in there. It's supposed to be like holographically, like remotely controlled. So I don't have like an MCU Iron Man. My collections, they're all over the place, okay? Total messes in terms of who I have. But don't worry, I have Ello Asti right there. Funny story with this guy. Hey Cartendo, welcome. Reddit reviews. I will read your comment in just a second. First I have to tell my story of this guy right here is Ello Asti, a character who like immediately dies in The Force Awakens. He was one of the pilots. And I've always really liked background alien characters. You'll see, I don't have many because the Black Series hasn't made many. But like, for my 4-inch Star Wars collection, which I don't have on display because there are too many of them, I like really like buying all the miscellaneous random aliens and all that. And Black Series hasn't really done that yet. But one of the ones they did is this guy, Ello Asti, who was a pilot in The Force Awakens. He's the guy leaning over on Jabba's tail. And, right when the movie came out, when I was seeing it in the theater, I audibly said out loud when he died, like, immediately after he was introduced, "Oh man, I like that guy." I said, am I allergic? Yeah, I'm sorry, I have some pretty bad allergies, so I'm sorry if I'm sniffling during the stream. I audibly said, like, out loud in the theater, "Oh man, I liked that guy." And my family has been making fun of me for it ever since I said, "Oh man, I liked that guy." So right after the movie came out, I saw him at a Toys R Us, a Black Series figure for him. I decided not to get him, but later on, I saw there wasn't really anything else I wanted to buy. So I came back. But when I came back, 5 minutes later, he was gone. And then, so that became like another joke within my family that I had the chance to get it. In fact, that's kind of what inspires my mentality for, like, if you see me in my hunt videos, if I get in a car that I haven't seen before, I buy it the first time I see it. That's because of LOASD. Because after I missed out on getting him that day in early 2016, I didn't see him in a store again until I saw him in a comic shop in January of this year. So at the very least, the story had a happy ending. Yeah, I'm very sorry, guys. I got pretty bad allergies. I ironically am allergic, like a little allergic to dust. So if I'm sniffling, it's because I'm dusting stuff off. All right, Hot Rod Reviews. You got peer pressured into having a piece of that spicy Dorito chip, and you had to drink like 3.5 cartons of milk, which you're allergic to. Wow. Okay, I'm very sorry for that. Like, how spicy was it? I'm not like a spicy food person, really. So like I don't really know. Like, you know, it's different for everybody because it's really just your tolerance to the sort of thing. All right, let's get started here with Hondo. I'm not going to be changing. Oh, there goes Greedo's down. Cad Bane's hat is down. Zuckus is down. All right. Let's just do a count for how many figures fall down during this stream. Okay. I got a little feather duster with me, which is good. So I'm not really going to be changing their poses. I'm just going to be standing them back up. The way I display them now is basically like to save space. But I do sort of have them organized in categories. Welcome, Sam's World of Cars Vlogs. Let's... Ooh, Cad Bane fell over. Okay. Cad Bane, another one of my favorite figures I have. Does Hondo have to be re-stood? Alright, there's not really a good space. It's not really a good space to stand everyone up. There we go. Alright, we got Hondo up. Okay, let's... I get so nervous while doing this. Doing it on camera is not going to help me being nervous about setting everyone up. Okay. We're losing men. Something some Star Wars character said. I'm sure at least one of them has said that at one point. Here's Zuckus, another... Oh my god. Oh my god, yeah, Cartender, they changed how, like... Yeah, I if you're holding the phone, like, horizontally... Yeah, I think they changed how it shows up. I don't really watch streams on my phone. If I'm watching a stream, which I don't do too often, but, you know, I'll go on some other people's streams, like Cartendo, for example. I'll try to make it for his streams. Let's move the Tusken Raider. Say it with me, guys. Another one of my favorites. I really like the Tusken Raider. Let's see. All right, who was... Zuckus here was in the way back. So, let's get Zuckus here. There we go. All right. Again, most of them aren't going to change poses. He uses the Force to keep standing. Yeah, no matter what happens, no matter how many people pile on top of Jabba and fall down as this video goes on, Jabba's going to stay up. He's got a weird moving mouth. He was one of my first figures. He was released really early in the line. What I think is really funny, when I, like, sometimes, I'm not doing it here, but sometimes I'll just remove all of them to dust them. When I remove Jabba, there's just a Jabba-shaped hole on the shelf. Because the rest of the place is dusty and then where Jabba isn't. Okay, Hondo. We don't need to, like, usually I try to put them in a way that condenses space, but we're not saving space. Again, like I said, we're only putting one new figure down. Okay. Cad Bane was... Yeah, I'm not changing the poses for these. I don't know which way Cad Bane's hat goes. Ooh, Cad Bane's hat is really dusty. Okay. Yeah, my Marvel figures aren't doing too good. There are, feed a Guido to Jabba. my Marvel figures aren't doing too good. I'm glad I'm not showing them. Spider-Man, ironically, has webs coming off of him. Forget it. I'm gonna show it. I need to dust these guys, because Wolverine has a spider web. He's got a cobweb reaching across his hands. I should probably, I gotta fix that. But again, I have like 10 Marvel characters I need to add. Alright, let's get Cad Bane. I hope I put his hat on right. Gotta love Cad Bane. Is that on right? Whatever, alright. Alright, okay. Cad Bane, let's put Cad Bane's hat on after we put him down. Okay. Hondo, you can move over there a little. Cad Bane. I gotta get Bib Fortuna, who's Jabba's creepy aide guy. He was my favorite character when I was a little kid. He was my favorite. He's never had a Black Series figure. He's getting his first 4-inch action figure since 2005. I have a Bib Fortuna from 1997. But I'm very excited he's getting a Black Series figure. So I gotta get that, and obviously he'll stay pretty close to Jabba. Let's remove LOSD. Careful, 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 careful. Alright. You gotta, like, surgically remove them. Okay. Greedo here. It's so difficult to make Greedo look cool. Okay? I've got him sort of, he's holding his gun. He's holding the blaster there. Oh my gosh, my camera's actually focusing on a stream for once. Wow! Oh, that's... Look at that! That doesn't... We usually don't get camera quality that good. Maybe it's the lighting. I'm right by a window. For those of you wondering, this is right above my radiator spring setup. This is actually my dresser. There are cabinets underneath. Wow. There are cabinets underneath it. Greedo was one of my first figures. My first Black Series figures were a 2-pack of Han and Greedo. Greedo's got kind of weirdly loose legs. Are you late? No, not really. We kind of just started here. Greedo. Luigi and Greedo. Hold on. Oh, it's bad joke time. It's bad joke time, guys. My favorite time. This joke is so bad I had to go in the other room to get it done. It's Luigi and Greedo. Like Guido, but with an R. By the way, guys, I'm very sorry that there wasn't a Cars Adventures episode yesterday. There was supposed to be. But I just... It was an episode that I wanted to make really funny, and I wasn't proud of how it turned out, so I'm redoing it tonight. Early development of cars, lightning was going to crash into the king. Interesting. Well, they still did that, eventually. Nah, Luigi's not going to fit in Jabba's mouth. Guido, though... Guido very well might. If we want to risk it. Guido is stuck behind this. Everybody in this area was standing so well, and now Guido slid under the legs. Oh, great. Okay, okay, guys. Alright, careful. We're doing... No! We were on the verge of greatness. We were this close. Man. But yeah, Cars Adventures. I'm going to be consistently releasing the rest of the Cars Adventures season, sorry. I hate not being able to release episodes. Like, I really don't like skipping days, and that's something I've been really bad at lately. It's something I want to improve. And it's something I think I have improved this season. But yeah, I'm going to try to, get episodes out as frequently as I can. But the one last night, I just wasn't too proud of it. It should have been funnier. So, a few episodes ago, I mentioned Luigi going to Nantucket for a Fiat convention. So, I'm doing this 2-part episode where Luigi goes to the airport and gets roped up in this whole thing. It's actually a parody of this sitcom that ran in the 90s that my family really likes. I've been watching with them recently. That featured Luigi's actor working as a taxi driver at an airport. He was kind of in the supporting cast, but the person who voices Luigi in the Cars series was in it. And I've really been enjoying that show, so I thought it would be funny if I did sort of a parody of it. I just thought it wasn't really done well when I filmed it last night. Like, I filmed the episode, I edited it, I was getting ready to upload it, and then I sat down to watch another episode. I sat down to watch an episode of that show with my mom, and I was watching, and I was like, wow, I did an awful job parodying this. For those of you wondering, this chest came with Maz Kanata here. We're going to do a YouTube poop of Season 10, but you're going to wait for 11. Yeah, I think 11 is a better choice. 11 has, number one, more one-off episodes. Like, Season 10 was just Mario's brother Luigi will be played by Luigi. I was like, I couldn't not do that joke. That was a video I did on my second channel. Took a break off YouTube and switched to Netflix. All the original shows you love watching turned out to be canceled. Yeah. I think Netflix has, like, I don't watch Netflix often. I don't even think I have Netflix. We use, I don't know. I don't remember. I haven't watched much on Netflix. Aside from that zombie movie that Zack Snyder did, which was absolutely insane. But, yeah, Netflix, like, I don't really watch any Netflix shows. Some other people in my family do, but I've never really. But, yeah, Netflix has been, like, canceling shows after, like, 2 seasons recently, I've heard. It's been, like, a trend they've been doing. I don't know. I don't know how true that is. I think I remember hearing that online somewhere. Okay. Let's move in our first figure. We gotta get... Alright. So, I have 2 figures of Rey. I have the version from The Force Awakens and the version from The Last Jedi. She's currently the only character I have more than one version of. So, I put this version of her in the back. Another very early one that, although I prefer this outfit, the figure just doesn't look as good. In fact, when I got my newer Rey from Last Jedi, I changed the staff, because the staff that came with the original figure was, like, weirdly thick. So, I swapped out the staff. Canceled the Crew, which came out in 2021 after 1 season. Yeah. Well, you know, with Netflix, if it's not doing numbers. Yeah. Alright, let's... Oh, wait, hold on. Rey shouldn't go there. We gotta get my main man, Eloasti, in here first. Because Rey's kind of a weird case, because I have more than one variant of her. We'll leave her there. Alright, cool. Okay, Eloasti. This lovely character right here. No, you're focusing. I was just praising the camera for actually focusing for once. There we go. That's actual. Oh, I'm so happy. This is actually really good camera quality. Direct hit, but no damage. Yeah, it's Eloasti. This guy knows what's up. Thank you. I was telling a story earlier about when I was in the theater, when I was watching The Force Awakens in the theater, when Eloasti died, I said out loud, "Aw, man, I like that guy." And my entire family has made fun of me for it ever since. Alright, there we go. Yeah, well, they finally officially... Yes, Kai Thernali. Ironically, I have Kai Thernali never got a Black Series, but I've got his Funko Pop right here. He's right on the shelf above me. There's a shelf way up above me. I've never shown it in a video, because it has, like, some personal things, like, straight up, my birth certificate is on that shelf, alongside my Funko Pop of Supreme Leader Snoke. So it's kind of a bit of a clash of things on that shelf up there. But yeah. Oh, I also have the terrifying Disney Vinylmation of LOSD. Why is this on a, why do I have this on a shelf in my room? Why is that something I keep on a shelf? Yeah, they finally greenlit the Gumball movie. Yes, Tally Linter. I was just gonna bring up Tally. I have the Lego figure for her, but I don't know where she went. Oh, she's right here. Yeah, no, Tally never got a Black Series, but I really liked her. Wow, look at that. Welcome to Ty Show's Miscellaneous... Focus! Ty Show's Miscellaneous Merchandise for Star Wars characters. I've always liked minor characters. She was one of my favorite characters they introduced, just like one of my favorite minor characters. She got a 4-inch figure, which came packed with her A-Wing, but not a Black Series, which is unfortunate. I saw legitimately 22. There were 22 of her A-Wings at Toys R Us when it was closing, and I didn't buy a single one. And I kick myself for it now. 22 of them. They were all on clearance because Toys R Us was going out. There were 22 of her A-Wings. I should have bought them because I really liked her. So to this day, I don't have that. If they did a Black Series figure of her, I'd try to get it, but I don't know why they would do that now. Unfortunately, guys, we just got the infamous 20% battery warning. Okay, we're gonna have to do a surgical removal here. I have an A-Wing. I have an old A-Wing toy from, like, the 90s, but it's broken, so I wanted to get that one. Alright, okay. Alright. This is just surgical removal. It's like I said, doing this, like, normally stresses me out. LOS is another guy I got with a loose leg. But it's not as bad as my Black Widow figure. She's standing up just fine. But my Black Widow figure, this is her from Endgame, which the Quantum Suit figures they did for Endgame are awful because they're silver instead of white. Focus. Yay. Her leg was put on backwards. Her ankle, not ankle, sorry. Her knee. This knee is put on right. This knee is on the wrong way. So if I'm gonna bend her leg, it bends like this, and I can't do anything about it. It looks so unnatural, but, like, I've had to live with this. I mean, I'm sure there's a way that I could take apart the figure. I'm sure there's a way I could, like, take apart the figure to put the leg on right. But her leg is on backwards, and it's not, the likeness is very good, but it's not a very good figure. But her leg is just the complete wrong way. It's been the bane of my existence. And since she's, like, a main character, she's right in the front of my Marvel display, like, she's right there. She's right there, like, right next to Captain America. Again, I don't have an Iron Man for whatever reason. But her leg is facing the wrong way. So yeah, we're gonna move We're gonna move back. We've made enough jokes at the expense of Black Widow. Black Widow's leg. I like her. It's just her leg is on the wrong. Also, yes, I display my figure of Falcon without his wings because they're too big. Okay. There you go. By the way, guys, there's my Marvel CMF series, which I showed on a community post last week. I was able to get them all right, aside from Bucky. I got a second zombie cap instead of Bucky, so, I put Jar Jar in his space until I got a Bucky. I just said screw it, and I bought a Bucky online, but they're all in that shelf now. Yeah, I put Jar Jar in there just as a joke. Just until I get my Bucky figure. Just until I get him. Because I felt them all correctly. I've never done that where I've gotten all the minifigures in the series all at once like that. But I got them all, aside from Bucky. And now Jar Jar is there until his spot is there. But I really like them. I wish I had, I wish I had put the minifigure case somewhere else, but this is really the only place I could put it. The problem with that is I can't really see them. That's alright, Cartendo. Thank you for still being a part of the stream. Jar Jar is the best character of all time. Well, he is a Sith Lord. Alright, we're gonna angle the camera back down. Alright, there we go. Let's keep going. Unfortunately, I've already gotten battery warning. Let's see. So I don't know. Cars 3 Rusty's paint job was originally intended for Cars 1. I'd assume by the just Rusty's paint job, you mean the one from the beginning of the movie that they call Rusty's McQueen? I didn't know that. I love when series, and this is something that Star Wars will do often, I love when series go back and reuse their concept art for different things. Star Wars does it a bit too much in my opinion, but I didn't know that. That's a really cool, I think that's really cool. I love it when series do that. I guess Akbar should go next. Akbar unjustly killed off in Last Jedi. There we go. All right. I was supposed to see. I was supposed to see the sequel to Venom tonight, but fortunately I have to wait until Monday. I was gonna see it with my dad, but he's on a fishing trip currently. I've heard though, obviously don't if anyone's seen it, which I highly doubt. We only have a few people here. I haven't seen it yet, but come on, Lando. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard that the credit scene is apparently absolutely insane, but I'm going to be seeing it on Monday, so obviously nobody spoil it if you've seen it. I'm just looking, I got a Venom figure. He's easily one of my best looking figures that I have. Okay, now we sweep this part. Sweep, 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 sweep. Okay. Let's keep going. It autocorrected Darth to Fatty. For some reason, I was very confused when I read that. I was like, yes, Fatty Vader. I mean, I thought you just typed that as a joke. I was like, am I that behind on slang terms? Is that what we're calling Darth Vader now? Is that what the cool kids are calling Vader? Okay, we have to be very careful. Let's move Qui-Gon. Let's move Cal Kestis. Goodbye, Cal. There's Cal. Hey, Cal. Shout out to the guys who named a Star Wars character Cal. Okay, so. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go next. The Mando guys are fine. I don't want to bother with IG-11 back here. Is a total pain to stand up. I'm not gonna touch him. I'm just gonna leave him there. The Mando guys are all perfectly fine. Like, honestly, I think I'm gonna leave them. The punchline is gonna be quackers, right? Yeah. Wait for it. Yeah, the Mando guys are fine. Yep, quackers, None of them have fallen over. They're all good. So I'm not gonna move them. I'm not gonna bother removing Jabba to clean him or something. These guys, I do see a cobweb. No more cobweb. Yeah, that Stormtrooper I only bought because he had the riot gear. Okay, we'll put Grogu over there. I gotta get a Boba Fett, especially with this show coming out. If only I knew what day the Road Trip Cars series releases. Yeah, I'm gonna keep the Mando guys up. Heck, I might leave these guys as they are. You know, with that Cars Adventures episode, when he ends singing Never Gonna Give You Up, I was gonna continue it into the outro of the episode. I was gonna have him keep going. Alright, thanks for stopping by. I'm very glad that at least one person knew of Eloasti. I'm very proud of you for your knowledge. Okay, yeah, you can see the dust. It's not that bad. I'm gonna leave these guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, these 5. Sucked into the dust trapper. Grogu. And yeah, good point. I'd be more concerned about Babu Frick here. I got a few porgs off screen too. Okay, let me do a status check here, because I got a few guys in a bin that fell down and I have to put back up. So we have Han Solo in there, we have Obi-Wan, we have Chewbacca. Most of it is Marvel figures. We've got Chewie, he's in there. And then we have, C-3PO. Okay. Alright, so we just gotta fit these guys in here somewhere. I love the 3PO figure. It's absolutely insane. It's 3PO with Chewbacca's Bowcaster from Episode 9. And there we go. The famous 10% battery warning. Congratulations, guys. We did it. We got the battery warning. Easily the best part of any stream is, of course, the part when you get the low battery warning, which we're all used to here. Luckily for you guys, I have a backup setup. Man. As much as I love doing the streams, it just drains the car battery. No, Funko didn't loot. Wow, the famous black screen. No, Funko definitely didn't lose the Cars license. They make ones based off all sorts of Disney properties. No, they didn't. They definitely didn't lose the rights. They haven't made Funko Pops for several different Disney properties in years. The thing is, they were in like their blanket all things Disney line. I'm sure we'll get more Cars ones at some point in the future, but it wasn't a loss of rights. It was just they didn't really. Yeah, it lagged. I unplugged I had to plug in my phone. But yeah, they didn't lose the rights. They just haven't done Cars in a while. Yeah, I'm waiting for some Funko Pops of like specific characters and people that I want to get that they just haven't made, and I'm like, come on, guys, you've made literally everything. Crazy how many things Funko has the rights to. I've shown in some videos. I've been looking for all the Suicide Squad ones. I have a few that they've done. I have both of the Harley Quinns as I've shown. I've got Peacemaker, which was John Cena's character, but missing a few. Oh my, you're right. They didn't make a pop for Jackson Storm. What was up with that? I wasn't a fan of the Cars one. I wasn't a fan. Welcome, Cars Ignite. I wasn't a big fan of the Cars Funko Pops. I own the Fabulous McQueen and I own Guido. The fact that they don't roll is kind of annoying. And there are some pretty annoying inconsistencies with them. Like their brand new Mater is just the same mold as their normal Mater. Yeah, I have the Fabulous McQueen Pop. I don't know where he is. I put most of my Funko Pops on display, but I don't know where my McQueen is. I think I know, but I don't have him out. Like, I put my Star Wars ones on display. I put my Marvel ones on display, of which I only have 3. I've been putting the DC ones I've gotten lately on display. I have one of Jim Henson. Yeah, they have 2 fully white Funko characters you could buy to customize. I want to get those. I don't know if they still sell them, but I really want to. I want to buy like several of them because I think that'd be so cool. I probably did use the Funko Pop Guido in Cars Adventures. I actually reviewed the pop of Guido. I actually reviewed it. But I'm not sure. Not sure where it is currently. His fork broke off, unfortunately. Guidozilla should be a Cars Adventures episode. Great. So the other day I announced a new series. Last night, fan of Ice Cube, the person, not the thing. I'm not very, like, I obviously know who he is, but I'm not very familiar, like, specifically with his music. But I am quite a fan of the items, the Ice Cube items. You know, put water in a freezer, you freeze them, big fan of that. But the other day, and by the other day I mean, the mighty have fallen. Yeah, they're falling down. They were falling down, unfortunately. But Ice cubes in my freezer won't come out. I think they're stuck. Why did I find that so funny? So what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to do another live stream tomorrow as well, possibly, where I organize the rest of my figures. We almost got it done, but I'm going to do it again tomorrow when my phone is on a fuller charge. I'm going to stop streaming in like 20 minutes probably. But yeah, I introduced my Cars Twisted Tales series, which is replacing the Headlight Zone this year, which starred, wow, look, it's Sterling. Cool, said probably no one. Sorry, Sterling. I kind of just came up with it on a whim. I was not confused, but yeah, I'm definitely, well, it's Saturday, so I'm off of school, so I'll probably do it in the afternoon. But for the last 2 years, for those of you who don't know, I've done the Headlight Zone series. Actually, guys, I gotta plug my laptop in. I'll be right back. You're getting to see the black screen again. I don't know what's up with the viewer count. YouTube is telling me that only 2 or 3 people are watching, but I've gotten comments from more than 2 or 3 people. I don't know. Jordan C. Productions, you missed what I titled the stream after. The one viewer is a YouTube bot. Oh, great, cool, thanks. Great, so now my view count isn't accurate. That's unfortunate. What are you gonna do? No, I'm not sure. But yeah, Jordan Z Productions, you missed the reorganizing of my action figures as the title suggested, but that's okay. My phone, I had to plug my phone in, but I'm gonna be doing it again tomorrow, most likely. But like in terms of what we talked about, you really didn't miss all that much. Oh my gosh, it's the 50th anniversary of Disney World today. Forgot about that. That's cool. Um, yeah, I completely forgot that. That opened 50 years ago today. Crazy. So anyway, I announced my Cars Twisted Tales series. Finally starting season 4 of Heroes Quest. That's great. That's great. Yeah, it was a few months ago. Season 3. You ended season 3. But I announced my Cars Twisted Tales series last night. It's replacing my Headlight Zone series, which I did for 2 years. Um, I did it for 2 years in 2019 and 2020, and last year the series didn't really do too well. So I decided for this year I wouldn't use it. So instead I'm going to be doing a different series, sort of a anthology series. I'm going to have a character host it. I'm not sure who. But I'm going to be doing a mix of like one-off horror stories and like alternate universe concepts. Like say an episode where such and such character is like a vampire instead or something stupid like that. I'm not really sure what type of episodes I want to do. I want to do like an alien abduction episode, but they're just going to be like general like Halloweenish. Make Steve host it. That's a really good idea. No, it's not going to be Steve with flames. But um yeah, and if I like that. Um Yeah, the Headlight Zone, though, it's not going to be completely gone. With this series, this Twisted Tale series, being a one-off Garage of Horror, yeah, like Treehouse Horror, that's clever. I was going to call it American Horror Story, which American Horror Story is some, like, anthology show. I've never watched it. I know the guy who played Quicksilver on X-Men, Evan Peters, he was in WandaVision also as, like, the fake Quicksilver. I know he's in it, and he's been in it for years. I was going to call it that originally, but number one, I've never seen that show, and number two, I think that show's a bit too dark in terms of content for, like my audience to get. Like, I don't think most people would get that reference. Like, because with the Headlight Zone, I was fully parodying the style of the Twilight Zone. If I were doing the American Horror Story parody, I've never watched that show. It was going to be in namesake only. So I decided, we'll do Twisted Tales instead. But the Headlight Zone may American Horror Story. Yeah, that's condensing it definitely. But Headlight Zone, we need to jump a car jump scare. That's an amazing idea. I've got to do that. Um, but for this Twisted Tales series, the Headlight Zone is still going to be a part of it, probably. With it being a one-off, each episode's going to be like a completely different story. They're going to be in different styles and all that. I may have one of the episodes be the Headlight Zone. It's not going to be canon to Cars Adventures. I'm not sure if Steve Herschel will host it because if Steve Herschel were hosting it, I wouldn't want to be doing my ridiculous Steve Herschel voice. Although I think he's a very good idea for a host. If I start showing Steve Herschel in one of my videos and he has like a more serious narrator voice, nobody would get it. Like, nobody would understand. So I'm not sure who I'm gonna have host it. Steve Urkel is definitely a good option. Um, but like I want him to have a more serious voice like this instead of "Hello, I'm Steve Urkel." It's not gonna be canon to Cars Adventures, you know. So like, yeah, it's gonna be its own thing like Headlight Zone was, but I don't know who the host is gonna be. Season 3 finale of Heroes Quest. No, I definitely will Cars Ignite before you start your next season. Um, but if Steve Urkel were hosting it, I think most of my viewers would just be confused. Yeah, what I've wanted to do, Hot Rod Reviews, what I've wanted to do, and it's something that I might do in this series, but also I might do it in another series. Season 2, Episode 1 of Cars Adventures was called What If, which was, before the MCU show, which is currently running. I named it after the Marvel Comics series, What If. And it was the story of Lightning in this Cars Adventures episode, a very early one, again, first episode of the second season ever. Lightning has a dream where he makes it to California on time. And that's something I've always wanted to explore. What if Lightning had gotten to the tiebreaker race instead? And that's something that I considered doing as a Twisted Tales episode. I don't really have many of the Twisted Tale episodes down, but I'll come up with them soon. But the Lightning, that's easily the biggest thing, because that has the biggest changes for the rest of the series. Compare that to some other things. Oh, Chick Hicks was signed on Dynamo. Yeah. But the concept of Lightning not ending up in Radiator Springs is something. Oh, there we go, guys. My views just jumped up to 8, so I'd assume hopefully that issue has been fixed. But that's something I'm going to be exploring in its own series, probably in November. I want to make this is enough to be a whole series. So I'm going to wrap up How I'd Write Cars 3. I'm going to wrap up How I'd Write Cars 3 in October. I have two or three episodes left. And then I'm going to start this series where Lightning, which won't be like a voiceover series, will be acted out with the diecasts. I'm going to be starting the series where Lightning ends up not working with... Yeah. In fact, maybe I should save my new Chick Hicks until then in case I need him for something. Unfortunately, Robin Tails Fighter, you missed the part of the stream where I was organizing my figures. Now we have the famous low battery warning. I'm just going to be streaming for a few more minutes, guys. Just, so you know. But for the Twisted Tale series, yeah, each episode is going to be its own completely separate thing. There will be a character hosting, probably... Yeah, the thing is, I like all the ideas you guys are doing, but... like... the problem for me for doing like a Cars What If series, which I'd love to do, one of my favorite fictional concepts is like multiverses, and I've loved the MCU What If show so much for that, and I've loved like the comic What If stories that Marvel and DC do. I haven't like physically read many, but I'll watch these recaps. Comic Story, and great channel who does that. Finn McMissile as a host, I like that idea. Figure something out though. But yeah, Robin Tails Fighter, just so you know, I'm gonna be doing another live stream tomorrow probably where I do the rest of my figures. Where I organize the rest of them, just the Star Wars ones though, not the Marvel guys. But what if Lightning tried to run away instead of going for Drive with Sally? Salty the Diesel the host. Great. But like doing a Cars What If series is something I've wanted to do, but I'm just gonna have it focus on this big change of Lightning doesn't go, you know? Because the thing is, if you change, like, some of these things, it doesn't really change that much about the movies that come after. I want to do something that completely changes the Cars universe as we know it. I'll probably do it around the same time, Robin, just saying now. I want to do something that completely changes the Cars universe as we know it. So I'm going to be going from a point early on in the series, i.e., Lightning, going to the LA tiebreaker race, and I'm going to change that, and we're going to see how that affects not just the events of the first Cars movie, but the rest of the franchise, because that is easily the biggest thing you could change. It's one of the earliest events in the series. Old British guy telling a creepy movie. The whole movie genre. But yeah, the Twisted Tales series is kind of going to be in like not really canon, but they're just going to be like little one-off scary stories, like the Headlight Zone, but in color, and I don't have to force a plot twist into every episode. But again, there may very well be an episode of Twisted Tales that is a Headlight Zone episode, because again, each episode's going to be a different thing. And then maybe I could submit it into my film class, because I have to do an upcoming assignment about angles. What if Johnny Blamer won and completed a race? It's the Magnet Face timeline. Gotta love Magnet Face. And most underrated Cars character right there. You know, my original idea for today's stream was I was going to be drawing like famous characters and famous people and then turning them into Cars characters. I'll probably do that on a future stream. But that's what I originally planned to do for today, and then I decided let's just do my figures. Alright, what if Chick didn't crash Lee Revkins? And then some crazy plot twist. What if Chuck Armstrong could still race? Twisted Tales finale is going to be how cars dominated the world and how cars are born, built, how they made all these different things, how they're alive. I like that idea. Plushyrama, unfortunately, we're going to be wrapping up the stream in a few minutes, but I am going to be doing another stream at around the same time tomorrow, because I did the stream to reorganize my action figures and my phone battery was running out, so I moved over here. So I'm going to do a part 2 tomorrow. I like that idea, Cartendo, kind of playing into the concept of the theory of, like, how did the cars get here? I really don't like that theory. But, like, I think that could be something funny to play into. The new mini 3-packs, yeah. I'm so glad that Larry Camper is in a 3-pack. I thought he was going to be a single, so that's great. Tex Dinoco was inevitable. I knew he had to be coming out soon. And Carlo Veloso was a very, very welcome surprise. A surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting texts and it's lagging my stream. Okay, they're still texting me. Okay, cool. Thank you. I'll read them later. Yeah, Carlo Veloso. Of course, the pack with Carla has Mater in it. Like, of course it does. Mater shouldn't be there. Francesco should be there instead. Or a New World Grand Prix racer. Or heck, Luigi. I would have preferred Luigi in that pack. You know, or Sarge or Fillmore. But Carlo Veloso, a very, very, very welcome surprise. Tex, great. Larry, we've known about Larry for months, but I'm so glad that he's going to be in a 3-pack, so I'll be able to pick him up. Limited entries of one person. I'm for the What If thing. I'm not like officially doing that. The What If series, it's just I'm not taking requests for it. I'm just doing the one thing. People are just sharing their ideas. What if Mater was an actual waiter? Can you imagine? What if Mater was a 5 Michelin star chef? What if Lightning's pit crew didn't quit? Yeah, Robin, we'd never be able to do that because we don't have Lightning's pit crew aside from Chuck. And his name is not Chuck, apparently. Where are the where are the tractor shorts? Guys, I'm getting more texts and they're telling me about the new Venom movie, which I'm going to be seeing on Monday. I always try to see movies that I want to see on the day they come out because and avoiding spoilers is just so difficult these days. Um, but someone I know had friends who saw it. Um, And I've heard since weeks ago that the credit scene in it is apparently absolutely insane. I just got a text saying, I heard about the credit scene. Your mind is going to be blown. A kid I was at school talking about it. He was like, yeah, I heard the credit scene's insane. If you've seen it, which I honestly doubt people have because there aren't many people here. Obviously, don't spoil it. But apparently that credit scene is absolutely insane. But I'm pretty excited to see that. The first Venom movie, it's kind of like a cult classic, honestly, because it's kind of bad, but I enjoyed it. Tom Hardy is great. Uh, Gotta love him as Bane in The Dark Knight Rises. He's really like him. Venom, the Venom sequel, Let There Be Carnage, which comes out, at least in America, comes out today. Um, Apparently has an insane mid-credit scene, which I'd assume ties into the new Spider-Man movie. The Venom movies aren't canon to the MCU, but like I'd assume it's gonna be something tying into this new Spider-Man to No Way Home with all the stuff from like alternate universes. What's your guilty pleasure? My guilty pleasure is early 2010s pop music. No, I'm just kidding. My guilty pleasure is the old Fantastic Four movies, which are pretty bad, but I really like them. And kind of bad early 2010s pop music. The bovine tractors, the cow pants. Guys, I don't know, okay? All I know is that I own at least one pair of tractor shorts. Guys, there have been so many days where I've been like, maybe I should do tractor shorts today. But I don't know. My plan for the next few days is, for the start being part of the MCU multiverse song. Yeah. Yeah. First Venom is pretty good. It takes a bit too long until he becomes Venom, but it's a funnier movie than you would think. Um, but tomorrow I was gonna do my tie day review for Michael Sparkber today, but since I'm doing the stream, I probably won't. I don't know when I'm reviewing Sterling. Saturday, tomorrow, I'm gonna be trying, unless I get a new car that isn't Sterling to review when I go out to some stores tomorrow, I'm gonna be trying to get out How I'd Rate Cars 3, the next episode tomorrow. And then on Sunday, I'm not sure. I might upload the September Hunt on Sunday. I'll probably do it on Monday. Spoiler, the movie's based on this old guy named Stan Lee who made nerdy comics. Ew. What if Edward and Henry were called those strains from day one? Retitle the stream to Ty sniffling because he's allergic to dust, not clickbait. No, I don't need motivation for tractor shorts. I have a plan for the next episode. Yeah, Cars Ignite, when I'm planning out my videos, at least to myself, I never think of Cars Adventures. Cars Adventures, in my eyes, is a given. Of course, there are days where I miss it. But in a perfect world, I'm able to get a Cars Adventures out every day. So when I'm planning videos in my mind, or when I'm doing them on a stream, and talking about what I want to do next, just assume that day will also feature Cars Adventures. Because if nothing else uploads, there will be a Cars Adventures that day, or maybe there won't be. But, yeah, so today there's going to be a Cars Adventures episode. Tomorrow, Sunday, there are going to be Cars Adventures episodes. So, yeah. But that's just how I do it in my head. Like, when I'm planning out my videos for a week or for the next few days, I'm always like, okay, well, I know at least one of those videos each day is going to be Cars Adventures. What do I do for the other videos? And, of course, when I have cars to review, those are what take center stage. But I don't know about Sterling, guys. I really don't, honestly. I don't really have much of an interest in reviewing him. Yeah, he's such a boring really. I bought him to repaint him, and I don't know what I'm repainting him into. I bought him to future-proof, like the next time, because all of my Redline agents in my Redline movie were repaints of Sterling. So now that Sterling was out again this year, I'm going to be buying like 2 or 3 more Sterlings for the next time I do a Redline related project. It might be a very long time until I paint this Sterling. I'm in no rush to open him up. Watch the new Cars Adventures, the new Scott the Woz. I'm so happy to be put on the same tier as Scott the Woz, because he is far funnier than I am. In your opinion, yeah, I don't really need to review Sterling. I definitely don't, but I think I'm gonna. But like, I might do some sort of ridiculous thing in the review, like make it into like another sketch, involve a sketch. I was thinking it would be funny if I did like a video which was how not to open a car's diecast, and I go insane and I like try to saw it open, or something stupid like that. I thought that would be funny. Um, which I'll definitely do if I buy more than one Sterling. Xbox games, Xbox. I prefer post Miles Meat Truck Malone. Miles Meat Truck Malone was a minor delivery truck character in the first Cars. Then accidentally sawing the diecast in half. Yeah, good point. Yeah, yeah. I mean, that would be funny. Hey, sawing a diecast in half, gone wrong clickbait? Come on! I mean, if I'm trying to cut the packaging in half and I accidentally saw the car, then yeah, I can put Gone Wrong in the title, and we take the train to Viewsville. Red, white, and blue line pancakes. Appearing for only Americans on July 4th. Almost died. Yeah, the car almost did. The poor guy got sawed in half. It's my next magic trick. Isn't that right, Steve and Steve? Yeah, Miles is the red, Dustin Mellow's repaint. For the record, guys, Steve Urkel with Flames is shockingly not dented after I threw him into a trash can earlier in the week. Steve is somehow doing just fine. When I threw him at a trash can, he bounced off the trash can, hit the floor twice, and fell on a carpet. He somehow didn't get a single dent on him. Which, I mean, is nice because I don't want him to be dented, but still, I threw him, he ricocheted off the trash can lid. Not to mention several other shots for that video that I did where Steve fell into the trash can successfully, which was a complete, total pain to shoot. I had to put a cardboard box to catch him inside of the trash can. So I threw Steve here at a trash can for a video earlier this week. In my most recent errors and inconsistencies, there's a scene where I throw Steve Urkel into a trash can. I cut away before he hits the trash can. In the version that I used in the video, he falls into the trash can. I just cut that part out for accuracy of the music video I was parodying. But, there's another take that I show after the outro of the episode where I throw Steve and he bounced off the trash can lid. He hit the ground twice, and he fell on the carpet. Wear the Big Al shirt for Sterling's review. Another thing I was going to do in that video I did with the music video, I was going to take my jacket off and reveal that I was wearing the Big Al shirt the whole time. The one where Steve almost drowns in garbage. Yeah, my favorite video. Another video I want to do is going to be a parody video called, Top 10 Things to Do with Hot Rod Steve, because, he's not in the movie, so what do you do with him? And it's just me doing absolutely ridiculous things because I don't understand why the car exists. Maybe number 1 will be throw him in the garbage again. The seagulls take him. That would be the funniest thing. The bird, my famous bird, there it goes, right by me. Man, I missed it again. The bird takes him. Then I'd have to get it back from the bird, and that would be very, very annoying. Ty Talks Live. Allergy Edition. My favorite video. In between two Pop-Tarts. Sure, we could do that. Well, yeah, no, definitely one segment of it was going to be making him into some sort of food product and bite into it. There was a cut scene from where I was going to make Steve Urkel into a sandwich. And my new errors and inconsistencies. At one point I was like, what if I what if I put him into a sandwich for whatever reason? So maybe I'll reuse it. If we had to make a Cars character to parody Uatu the Watcher. Yeah, exactly, Robin. I need a host for my Twisted Tales series. Cartendo suggested Steve Urkel, which I think the bird fears no man except for T-Bird under tie. Yeah, whenever he comes in, he always leaves the bird. Guys, just so you know, I'm gonna have to wrap this up very soon, unfortunately. Yeah, a car. I've used Sterling in the headlight zone as a narrator because he it's a parody of Rod Sterling, who hosted the Twilight Zone. When I do my Cars What If series, it's not going to be narrated, actually. But Cartendo suggested having Steve Urkel host my Twisted Tale series, which I might do. But I don't want to do it in the ridiculous Steve Urkel voice. Using him for a bug's funeral. That's so sad. But it's pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. I could have the Thai car be the narrator. I like that idea. I think I should. I think I'll go with that. Thank you, Jordan C. Productions. I never used the Thai car aside from just in the stream, in streams or just as background. I really like that idea. I think that's what I'll do. Thank you. But Robin, I'll contact you later regarding what car could be the Watcher. I think that's a very good point. You could always make up a character, but like, of course, for the Cars series, you're not going to easily be able to find a character who could represent a godlike being who can see into other realities. You know, like, I'm not sure, but if you want to use a pre-existing Cars character to narrate, Doc, maybe? I'm trying to think of like a character who knows a lot. It could be a smart one to use. Or I think Steve Urkel could work well for that, just generally speaking, because he's a pretty mysterious looking guy. Maybe Todd the Pizza Planet truck could be. I think here I like this idea. You definitely don't have to use it, but I think Todd the Pizza Planet truck could be a really clever idea, Robin. If you want a character for narrator, because the Pizza Planet truck is everywhere, right? So if you could have him be your Watcher style character, if you have the diecast, which I think I remember you telling me that you got him fairly recently. I think that's a clever idea, because Todd the Pizza Planet truck is in every different Pixar movie minus Monsters Inc. Would the Cars movies be the equivalent of the Truman Show and the Cars Adventures version of the real world? Yeah, that's a good point. The earliest version of season 10 of Cars Adventures featured an episode where the characters watch me film a Cars Adventures episode of the Cars in Radiator Springs. That episode obviously got cut because I felt it was too convoluted and it would be too difficult to film. But I don't really know like how Cars Adventures and the Cars Adventures real world works, because obviously it's not the real world. You know, that version of me is not really real meat, you know? If it were really the real world, then those events would have actually happened. River Scott DeLaws. Very clever. So we're working on matrix logic. You gotta take the red pill and then you'll see cars come to life. Only 230. Do I? Wait. It's not 300. Oh, yeah. Wow. Huh. Thanks, guys. My goal is to reach 5,000 by my 5-year channel anniversary, which will be August 29th of next year. But for Twisted Tales, I think I'm just going to be the narrator. But thank you, Cartendo. If you have any episode ideas, definitely let me know, because it's going to be an interesting series. Robin DeBank. Great. I don't use her much unless it's for a joke. Lizzie was supposed to be in this next Cars Adventures episode. I'm redoing it. I don't think I'm going to involve Lizzie anymore. But yeah, Lizzie's someone I need to use more in Cars Adventures. But there's going to be a plot line in the next Cars Adventures season about the Stanley statue going missing. So, I think I'll probably... You know, you gotta involve her in that. Next Cars Adventures season is gonna be a crazy one after this Monster Truck season. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. Unfortunately, there will be a Halloween special for Cars Adventures. There won't be a whole Halloween themed season. But the goal is have this season wrap up at the beginning of October. The one I'm currently doing should be over by like October 15th. And then the next season will start towards the end of the month, and one of the first episodes will be a Halloween special. You can still reach 300 by the end of the year. I hope you do, Cars Ignite. I don't remember what your subscriber count is, but unfortunately, guys, I gotta end the stream now. Like I said, very abruptly, but I am very sorry, guys. I will see you all next time. Bye now.